Welcome back, guys. We're out here on another gorgeous fall day, and today to bring you guys the first shots of this, the new Smith and Wesson Bodyguard 2.0. And for the YouTube manual reviewer who is most likely going to be watching this video is in compliance with all of YouTube's current community guidelines and policies. I am out here by myself on a closed range and am a trained individual when it comes to handling firearms and exhibiting firearms safety. So you guys will see that as we proceed forward with the video as well. Without any further ado, let's get into it. And for those of you looking for a specific part of today's video or to see what all we cover in this video, be sure to check out the timestamps included down below for your convenience. So what do we have here today? This is the Smith and Wesson Bodyguard 2.0. Now initially I was skeptical to this gun, and although it boasts a couple nice features such as being close to the size of the original Bodyguard, it does move from a double action only hammer fire design to a basically single action pre-cocked striker design to the best of my knowledge, which made me a little bit hesitant for it. However, once I got a chance to actually get hands-on with it in a gun shop, that changed. As you can see there is nothing, no magazine in, and we have a completely empty chamber right here. So the first thing I want to show you guys is actually the trigger on this. So if you watch here with me, I did get the model with manual safety. I prefer that. I've trained with manual safeties, and for somebody who's going to be carrying this in a pocket, I just think it's a good idea. First, the manual safety here, deactivate that. It is fully ambi, so I have it here on the other side as well. Deactivate that, and let's now take a look at the trigger. So first thing you'll notice, there is a tab on the trigger. However, that tab actually goes the entire width across the trigger blade. So my thoughts are this is probably not going to give us trigger bite, like a typical tab trigger where the tab only sticks out partway in the center of the trigger. As far as the actual pull on this, I will do that with this hand so you guys can see it. A little bit of take up right here, increasing pressure, and I don't have an actual trigger gauge, but I'm thinking this one actually breaks probably between 5 and 6 pounds if I had my guess. There's like no creep, no mush. Get to that point, and there you have the break. Now the reset, it's back out, right there, tactile, take up, we're back to the wall, pressure, and break. So that trigger is actually fairly stiff for a striker-fired pistol. One of the reasons that I feel comfortable using this as a pocket carry gun, just make sure you have a good holster, completely covers your trigger guard. So without any further ado, enough talking. Time to put some groups on paper. I'm standing here at between 5 and 6 yards. I have some full-size IDPA silhouettes set up, and you guys will see that when I put my GoPro on. I have the GoPro on the side. Let's check it out. So what we have out here today, I have some Fiocchi 380/95 grain. This is going to be basically the first stuff I run just to make sure it cycles okay. I've got some Critical Defense. If this cycles good, I'm planning on carrying it with this. And I also have some Underwood Extreme Defenders. These are 68 grain at 1300 FPS, or so they're claiming. Didn't bring the chrono today. I do want to do some gel tests with this, so that'll be for a future video. But that's what we're looking at here as far as initial ammo tests. Without any further ado, let's get loaded up. Let's get to it. Alrighty guys, starting out first, 10 rounds of the flush fit mag. The mag springs, I will say when you first pick these up, these mag springs do take a little bit of work to wear in. You're probably going to need a mechanical mag loader to help you get that last round in, but once the springs are used a little bit, they typically soften out a little bit. Going hot. We are about 6-ish yards here. The new Bodyguard 2.0. You guys should be able to see this GoPro view here. First round chambered. Alright, let's go the center of that IDPA silhouette. You guys should be able to see this in the GoPro view. Safety on, and you can see we're hitting a little bit left. I'm not sure if that's me or if that's the gun, but we're going to keep shooting here a little bit. and locked back cleanly on the last shot. Safety on. Let's grab our other mag. Alrighty, I now have the 12 round mag. Nice smooth on the chamber. And this one does give you actually a pretty full grip to work with, so that's not too bad. Alrighty, let's go for the other target over there, and I'm going to try to shoot these, just a couple of these at least one-handed. That one was on me. So consistent, but we're still hitting left. Alrighty, let's move over to the little drill circle, and we're going to try to run this with a little bit more speed. Hopefully you guys are able to see that. That safety right there is fairly easy to manipulate down, but trying to sweep it back, it's loosened up a little bit. I can't quite do it like that yet. I either have to come under or something like that to bring it back onto safe. It's not bad though. All right, starting out here, big circle. And out. See, decent on those. I am actually holding, let's see, about 1.5 inches at this distance to the right. Let's load up another 2 mags, see how we do. Now, one of the things you have to consider when using such a small pocket pistol such as this is that in a typical use case scenario, you may not always have a picture perfect grip on it. 2 hands, like I was showing earlier. And yes, it is just a camera. There is nothing in that direction. Let's take some shots with this with maybe a suboptimal grip and see if we can get any kind of failures. Once we get through running the regular FMJ, throw a couple hollow points through it, see how it feeds. So I'm going to start with the 10 round mag. Make sure the GoPro is running so you guys can see POV here. And we're just going to take a couple shots. I'm basically going to hold it. You guys see better with the GoPro. I'm going to hold it basically like this to almost limp wrist it and see how it's going to handle that. If it will properly. And it is feeding quite well. All right, we have, I think either 4 or 5, I wasn't counting, I think either 4 or 5 rounds left. Let's run these just as fast as I can pull the trigger. And I'm gonna try to keep them in the center of that IDPA practice target. That was pretty quick. Of course, perfect lock back on that one. Now running the other mag, and I'm going to try to do a classic Mozambique drill, 2 in the center and 1 in the head box. And I'm gonna do that with the safety on from the low ready. Clean, not bad. All right, run that again. A little slower, but that was on me. I started on the trigger pull there. Not too bad. Got a little sloppy. Still clean though. And not bad either. And that last one was perfect in the center. So, shown it's quite capable of running at speed. I'm actually really impressed with this little guy. Let's get loaded up some more. Alrighty, so for this one, I literally just have, I think, either 6 or 7 rounds in here. And I'm going to try to hold the tightest possible group on that smallest circle up there on the T-Rex throttle control target. Again, we're between 5 and 6 yards right here. And I'm going to hold a proper sight picture, and if it shoots to the side, that's actually where its point of impact is. I pulled that one. All right, so that was 6 shots. Let's go check that out. And you can see here, that was, with the exception of the one that I pulled, that was all one ragged group, Bodyguard 2.0, and that is at about 5 to 6 yards. Not too shabby. Alrighty guys, I have 7 rounds of the Critical Defense. Let's go for the -0 in the head box. I want to see just how tight of a group we can keep with these. I will say the recoil in this is actually quite pleasant. Extremely pleasant to shoot. Let's take a look at that group down there. Alrighty, and that's the 7-shot group we're looking at out of the Bodyguard 2.0 with the Hornady Critical Duty. I am thinking this is hitting consistently left. I don't think it's just me. Let me take a second here, and I think I might drift the sights a little bit. Alrighty guys, got sights drifted. This is 5 rounds of the Fiocchi. Let's see if that has improved our group a little. I'm going to go for the -1 just beneath the neck. I think it's safe to say that officially brought our point of aim and point of impact back together. And on that one, I did notice the rear sight looks okay. The front sight was that way too far. I drifted it this way a little bit, and that brought us right back from that basically down to that. Now let's get these pasted up, stretch this back a little further, and see how we do. Alrighty, for this next one, I am loaded up with Critical Defense. I've got 1 round in this mag and 10 in this one. We are basically going to do as if I was going to carry this. Top off. Swap mags, you can see there, that is a little stiff and I didn't slam it home. There we go. And we've got a total of 10 plus 1. And I am on the silhouette on the right. Solid grouping out of that. All right. Classic drill. 2 to the chest, 1 to the head. Hold that one low. Scored that one though. Yeah, second shot I dropped low. All right, let's do that again. This time I'm going to do it slow fire. I'm going on for accuracy. And those are what you call nice, clean hits. All right, now I've only got 2 shots left. I'm going to see if I can possibly make it fail. Let's take 1 shot really weak-handed like this, and then I'm going to switch to my left hand for the last shot. So safety off. This is the weirdest grip ever. Actually, I'm going to go on the right target for this because this is awkward. We cycled just fine. Bounced the brass off my tripod. And left hand, let's do another one. Actually, let's do weak hand on this. And that even locked open, even with a very weak grip. All right, continues to impress. Alrighty guys, I have the Underwood Extreme Defender loaded up right here. I'm gonna try the Willet stovepipe drill here. Actually, let's go for that target on this one. Chambered cleanly. That's what we like to see. All right, now let's see how this will do accuracy wise. I'm going to try to put these in the head box for that right target. Clean, very clean. All right. This guy's running like an absolute champ. Way to go, Smith and Wesson. It's a very capable little pistol. All right. Now, why not? I'm going to go for the left target. You guys could probably, I hope, see that on the GoPro. And we're going to go for the marked off number 3s. I'm going to go for the right one. I'm going to try to drop both shots on the same one. Pulled that last one high. Still not bad. Alrighty guys, there is one last test that I want to perform with this Bodyguard 2.0 before I consider it reliable to stick into my backup carry rotation. And that is, I'm going to carry it. So you see I have one round here. We're going to chamber that round. So that round is now chambered, as you guys can see there. Going to take the 12 round extended magazine, and this has the stiffest spring out of both mags. I'm going to take that, chamber it. Now, the force pushing up on those rounds in the top of this magazine, actually pushing up onto the bottom of the slide, is going to give a decent bit of force. And what I'm concerned about here is I want to make sure when that first shot gets fired, is it going to have enough energy to get the slide back and get the next round chambered? And we're going to do this with kind of a weak grip. So I'm just going to see, will it cycle and chamber the next round with that full stiff 12 round mag pushing up on the stack there. So, come up on target, moment of truth. Did it chamber? And it chambered. That is impressive for a straight out of the box little 380 pocket pistol. I'm impressed. Alrighty guys, we're out here at about 7 yards. I got the 12 rounder here. Let's see how fast we can shoot and still keep these on the target. Okay, so I'll address this as if I was coming up to address a threat. Not bad. I'm going to try to keep all these in the down zero. It points very nice. Heading down with the Bodyguard 2.0. What do we got? From 7 yards. I only shot one at the head. Nice clean shot there. And all the rest of them right here in the down zero. So guys, what are my final thoughts on the Bodyguard 2.0? Well, first of all, I gotta say it, I'm impressed. This one shoots as if it is a much larger gun, partially due to the fact that the beaver tail right here is so high up close to the slide. I'm impressed with the slide finish on it, that stainless with the Armonite finish, and the serrations on it are honestly quite easy to manipulate. Smith did not send me this. I bought this with my own money, not sponsored in any way by them to say anything good about this. And honestly, I was coming into it kind of skeptical, hesitant to put praise towards a striker-fired pocket pistol. But here we are, and the results speak for themselves. You guys can see here from the targets. I'm impressed with it. This is definitely going into the carry rotation, and kudos to Smith for making a good pistol. I will say the only thing that is a con, in my opinion, on this particular gun is I did have to drift the sights. It was hitting here at about 6-7 yards. It was hitting about an inch and a half to the left, and consistently too. It was not a flinch or anything. I did drift the sight on that. We stepped it out, and you guys have, I'm assuming by this point, already seen the groups of it giving, you know, one ragged hole like this when I step it back to like 10 yards. And we're dead smack on the money. Now, I did drift the front side a little bit. I tried to drift the rear one. It's kind of tight. The front one I was able to drift over just enough to actually give us that sight alignment that we needed. So all in all, extremely cool pistol. This is definitely going to get put into the carry rotation here. Great job, Smith. And that's first shots on the Smith & Wesson Bodyguard 2.0. And like I said, my preference is some thumb safety. So you can see here, that is relatively easy to take off and put back on. It's very tactile. You're not going to do that accidentally, but it is easy to manipulate nonetheless. That is my final thoughts on the Bodyguard 2.0. Thanks for watching to the end of the video, guys. As always, stay safe out there. Keep on reloading, because goodness knows reloading 380 is way cheaper than buying factory. Surprising, it's actually quite a bit more expensive than 9mm. So I'm going to be picking up all my brass here on the ground immediately after this, and you'll have some 380 reloading videos coming up here soon. Stay safe, guys. Keep on reloading. See you guys next time.